He recorded and released his only album completely behind bars, worked with Jerry Goldstein, and was freed by Stevie Wonder. Ike White was one of the most interesting men in music you've never heard of. His story begins in 1963 when White was jailed at age 18 along with two others for killing a grocery store clerk during a botched robbery. He received a life sentence and began his time in California's San Quentin State Prison. And it was here that he was discovered during a prison gathering honoring Malcolm X.
You're not going to believe this. We found this incredible guitar player. He's amazing. You got to go listen to it. So I said, okay, when I got a moment, I'll do it. So a couple of days later, I had a free afternoon. So I called the engineer. Let's go.
And it was while Ike was performing that he caught the attention of two very important people. Blues icon Jimmy Witherspoon and Eric Burton, who at the time was the frontman for War. These two brought Ike's talents to Jerry Goldstein, a record producer who was working with War at the time, who was also known with his work with Jimi Hendrix. Jerry was convinced to meet with Ike in person. Goldstein wanted to capture Ike's musical talents and cut a record, and over the next 3 years, eventually convinced the powers that be to record music in a mobile studio on prison grounds. The sessions went well, and Ike eventually released his own album while still behind bars.
Times they are changing. Ain't no ease to keep from wrong.
It was around this time that Ike had began dating Jerry Goldstein's secretary. They fell in love and got married while Ike was still in prison. They had their first child at the time of the album's release, and the two were now committed to winning Ike's freedom. Now, Deborah, his wife, got a chance meeting with Stevie Wonder, whom she convinced to meet with Ike in prison. After meeting with Ike, Stevie began to petition for his release, hired a new lawyer, and eventually got Ike released in 1978. Ike was now 32 years old, had won his freedom, had connects in the music industry, and now had more time than ever to record and write music. And he seemed like he was destined for stardom. Instead, Ike completely disappeared off the face of the earth until 2014. Where he resurfaced with a brand new name. He had reinvented himself into David Maestro.
Guess you wonder where I've been. I've searched to find the love within. Oh, I came back to let you know.
And he would perform at lounges and weddings and private events. Documentary filmmakers tracked Ike down in Oceanside, California after uncovering his incredible background. He was 70 years old and seemed interested in taking part in the film. 2 weeks into recording, Ike's wife made a shocking discovery. Ike had tragically committed suicide, bringing a shocking end to his incredible story.